This Thursday will feature a grudge match of the ages. That's right, in this corner, Supreme is going to be taking on a deep-fried turkey. It just really keeps the juices inside. I mean, it is a damn fine bird. What's that? Supreme moved to Friday. Oh my god, they chickened out! Turkey wins! Turkey wins! Welcome back, friends, to a Thanksgiving edition of Fauntleroy's Finest.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Today we are going to be talking about Supreme's Week 13 drop list. Yes, Supreme has chickened out this week. They are not going to fight the undefeated turkey on his own hallowed day, of course. They are moving to Friday, so this week, Palace and Supreme releasing at the same time.
You just blew my mind.
And if that wasn't enough, guess what? It's North Face week! That's right, you guys have been asking for more North Face, because we've only had like 6 to 9 jackets every season for the past who knows how many years, so why not give us 3 more jackets in multiple colorways to choose from? All in all, I think the North Face collection is pretty decent, to be fair. And then we have a few other accessories that are definitely worth talking about. Before we get into it, though, of course, I'm going to tell you, if you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and pay attention for the live streams. This Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, we will be doing another Raffle Wednesday, so I will be giving away some kind of nonsense to one of you lucky viewers that shows up on the live stream this Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. I know it's late for you people East Coast, but you know what? It's Thanksgiving. Stay up late, for frick's sake.
Do we have a pallet? Huh?
Alright, let's get into this. Supreme community, top to bottom, we do have retail prices, so that is usually not something that I have today. First up, we have this waxed wool 6-panel. This is a high price point item at $58. It is a fancy little hat, so if you like it, it'll be a good personal, but otherwise, let's just move on.
Move along.
Move along. Move along.
Next up, we have this fleece-lined beanie. I really do like the ARC logo. Can't go wrong with that. I think there are a few good colorways here. This is an item that you should go ahead and throw into your cart if you're buying anything that even comes close to getting free shipping. The black, the green, the brown, the blue, those all look pretty decent to me. If you're putting together a cart, I say why the hell not? Next up, we can just talk about this whole tracksuit. I'm not really feeling this. It kind of looks like that Fufu Supreme from Italy to me. The jacket, I guess, is okay. I'm not really a fan of any of those colorways. But the pants, I mean, it just says Supreme right across your junk. I mean, you know, it's like advertising, I guess, so, I mean, in a way, yeah, it's Supreme down there.
A damn liar, man. That's not true.
At the end of the day, though, don't really like these, and I don't really have any faith in them doing well down the road, either. Alright, we're finally getting what everybody wants, a ear flap camp cap. I was gonna try to rip on these, but I actually don't really hate these. These might be the best ear flap hats that I've seen them put out in quite some time. They are $60, so that is a premium price for a camp cap for sure. But again, if you were gonna gamble on it, I'd say maybe the camo one, maybe the black one would do okay.
You're so stupid!
Next up, I'm going to call this my sleeper item of the week. This is my favorite item. I don't know if this is really going to be a reseller or not. The shearling lined flannel shirt. I'm really digging this one, especially that purple and gold one's giving me some Laker vibes, and then the black one also looks pretty decent to me. The interior lining of this is all like faux fur, so this is going to be like the warmest shirt that you could ever wear. It just looks really cool. It's a really wearable piece, and probably my favorite item of the week.
That is so fetch.
Next up, we have our first Supreme North Face item, the Supreme North Face beanie. Honestly, one of the better beanies that we've seen out of Supreme in a while. I think this is a very coppable item. I really think that that pink one sticks out. It'll be a really nice beanie for your girl, for sure. And I really do like that olive colorway, green, whatever color it actually is. But my personal opinion, the olive and the pink one show off the design a little bit better. And you can just see that pattern more on those two colorways than the black one. And I do believe the pink one will be a little more limited, so maybe that's the one you should kind of focus on if you're looking at something to flip here.
Is y'all right upstairs?
Next up, we have this North Face pigment printed long sleeve top. Honestly, with a price point of $68, not that bad. This is absolutely nothing special, and these are going to be North Face blanks, so again, not going to be quite as nice as the Supreme blanks. I know that's crazy to say.
It's like soft and supple, but strong and mysterious.
But this is a really low price pointed item. It'll make a really good personal. And who knows, maybe down the road, somebody's going to want to pay a ton of money for your long sleeve Supreme North Face shirt. But probably not.
Got it!
Next up, we have this patchwork zip-up hooded sweatshirt. At first, I kind of thought this was a cool piece, but when you really start to look at it, it just becomes so crazy.
Seems a little crazy.
I just think it doesn't even know where it's going with itself. It has like the cheetah print next to the plaid, and then there's just like a white open spot for no reason. It's got the words spelled out in different colored denim. I don't know. It just kind of comes off as a big mess to me. I kind of wish that it wasn't done on a black hoodie maybe. Maybe if it was on gray, it would look a little bit better, or even one of the many colors that it is made up of. I know Lewis likes it, so Lewis, you go ahead and go after it. Everybody else is going to step back, give you your time, and then they'll decide if they want it later.
Your move, Chief.
Next up is another sleeper pick for me, this Supreme All-Stars hockey jersey. I think this is a really, really cool piece. Lots of cool graphics all over the place on this thing. $248 is a lot of tax for a Supreme jersey. I'm gonna have to assume this is a really thick piece and has some really fancy patches on it or something. I mean, the Gremlins one that came out not too terribly long ago, that was like $168. So what makes this $100 better than that one? I'm not sure.
This is so much better than that.
I would assume that they're not going to make too many of these. There's only 2 colorways. That white one really pops out a lot. The black one isn't bad either, but I think this is something decent to potentially take a gamble on, even with that higher price point. Maybe XXLs in the white or even the black colorway. Could do really well for you down the line. The hockey jerseys from Supreme do age really well. Most of the jerseys do, to be fair with you. I'm going to assume that they charge $248 for a reason, and when you get this thing in hand, it's going to be really, really nice. And if you get the right sizes, which are the biggest sizes, you'll probably see a return on these in 3 to 6 months.
1 year. I could see that as a very real possibility.
Next up, we have this North Face zip-up hooded sweater. It goes with the beanies that I liked before. I also like these as well, not quite as much as the beanies. These are North Face blanks. I don't think these zip-up sweaters are going to be as nice as, say, the ones that we had last week. Definitely not going to be as nice as those.
Oh, snap!
The North Face stuff just doesn't really feel as nice to me, and that, you know, that's just my opinion. I was actually expecting this zip-up sweater to be a little bit on the cheaper side, and now that I see that it's $238, I would definitely recommend going for that hockey jersey over one of these. If you do like these, my personal opinion again is going to be with that olive colorway. I just think that it shows off a lot better. If you're getting one for your girl, definitely that pink one. Probably will do okay in small sizes, but I think the price point makes it a little bit too high to really think about reselling these.
I only have like $3.50.
Next up is the Velour New Era box logo. It's a fitted hat. It's made of velour. You know that it's gonna sell like gangbusters.
This is not true. This is not true at all.
It's not going to sell very well. If you're related to Santa Claus, maybe you should pick up that red hat for him. That'll look good with the rest of his outfit. These specialized fitted hats usually don't do too great. I would be just thinking of these as a personal, to be honest with you. If you wanted to gamble, probably the red one would do the best on the aftermarket. But these being fitted, you're just going to have to deal with specific sizes, all that kind of stuff. So I'd say just leave this alone.
Go away.
Next up, we have the Supreme North Face pigment printed sweatpants and the hoodie to go with it. I'm not really feeling these too much. The pants actually look pretty cool. I think they did a good job with where they placed the branding. But again, I'm pretty sure these are North Face blanks, which aren't as nice as the Supreme sweatpants, and you're still paying like $138. That being said, the black ones, the brown ones do look pretty good. They did a really good job of the placement of the branding on the pants. Now, the sweatshirt, not as well done. I don't like that they just threw the same thing on the hoodie. You're really never going to see it unless you have the hood up. It would have been nicer if they would have put that on the back or on the front somewhere. So I'm not going to get behind the hooded sweatshirt. But if you don't mind spending the $138 on sweatpants, I think they did a really good job with those. I can recommend those for like a personal or something, but at the end of the day, I don't see reselling either of these.
Well, Why not?
Next up, the North Face Dolomite Double Sleeping Bag. You can buy this only if you have a friend. You and a buddy can snuggle up nice and warm against each other in this double sleeping bag. That's right, space for two. Hey now, none of that funny business in that sleeping bag, you two. Let's just be honest, nobody needs a $300 sleeping bag, but God bless them for making it. And here we are, the first jacket, the Supreme 800 fill half zip up pullover. Yes, it's 800 down. That is a fancy jacket. I'm really surprised the price point is under $400. Originally yesterday, Mr. Drops GG, who's always correct, he originally said it was basically just under $700. So this thing being around $400 is a really nice price point for it. I almost expect it to swap spots with the other jacket that we will look at in a second.
I feel like you're an asshole.
If I was to recommend what to gamble on, I think the one with the print on it is a pretty decent looking jacket, and I think that it could do well over time. It's obviously going to be the most iconic jacket from this particular collection. And I really do like the yellow. I think any North Face with yellow on it is a big win, and I think that they did a really good job with this particular colorway. I love the spell out on the back in blue. It really pops. It's probably the best of all the little spell outs on the back for sure. So I'd say XXLs in both that yellow colorway and the one with the print on it. I think those are the two to focus on if you were looking at holding these to sell in the future.
Thought so.
Next up we have the North Face Tape Seam Shell Jacket. Now this is a proper jacket, zips all the way up and down. I think in this one, I'm really just leaning into the yellow. I like the yellow one the best in this particular jacket. I don't think the all-over print looks as good on this jacket as it does on the 800 down. They're all very wearable colorways. I do like the yellow one the best, but that gray, black one, whatever, it looks fine as well. So really not a bad jacket to take a gamble on, a really decent price point. I think it's going to be a really thin jacket. But what do you expect with a price point of $238 anyway?
Is inaccurate.
Next up, we have the Supreme GShock North Face watch, a strange collaboration between Supreme, the North Face, and GShock. I wasn't asking for it, you weren't asking for it, but gosh darn it, we got it.
Nobody's ever asked me anything like that.
Looks like we're going to get 3 colorways of this watch: white, yellow, and black. I guess I'm going to say the black one is the best one to go after in this particular collection. The price point on these is $188, so they're probably like $80 above what the normal G-Shocks would go for. The actual watch face itself has absolutely no branding on it for Supreme. The only thing that you get, obviously the band has a Supreme patch on it, but if you check the watch at night, when the light comes up, it says Supreme in the dial. So all it does is block the ability for you to read what time it is. G-Shocks are kind of collectible to some people, so you never know. They might go up in value down the road, but I think that these are probably going to be just a personal as well. I do think they'll sell out, but I really don't see a ton of resell in their future. All right, next up, we have a very big disappointment for me, this Japanese-style lamp. As of yesterday, I thought it was going to be about $120, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and splurge and get that lamp, but now that I see it's like $300,
I'm this close to shooting a flare gun at your dick.
that's crazy. I knew it was probably going to be more expensive than the $128. That's why I said I'm all in if it's $128. It looks like a really nice lamp. It looks sturdy, made out of metal, all that kind of stuff. Every lamp they have is taxing. Like this plastic little piece of garbage, this little dude that's trying to shoot me all the time. That was an expensive lamp. This is an expensive lamp. They had a lamp a few seasons ago that was way too expensive. It's like, come on, Supreme, can I get a freaking reasonably priced lamp from you guys? What do I gotta do here?
Come on! Oh, come on!
And next up, I'd like to dedicate this item to Mr. Mel Preem.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
I don't know where he's gone. I don't know where he's going. We only know where he's been. And I will now pronounce this word incorrectly as many times as I can. This new era, Supreme, Blalalava, Blalalaka, Clavalaval, Clavel Blalas, Bala Clavla, Blakla Clara, Blackalabas, Laclace Blaclava, Clariot Blacone, Kalawanas, Bala Calavavas, Bala Salavascavas, Bala Klaka. I miss Mel Preem and I miss the way that he says Bala Clava.
The box logo, balaclava.
Yes, this is the #1 item of the week, this balaclava. Usually, I would recommend going with the black version if you are wanting to make a little bit of scratch on this. However, last season's black balaclava had a red box logo on it. This season's does not. It is black on black. So I actually like some of the other colorways better personally. I don't know how that'll affect the resell on them though. I think the purple one with the black box logo looks really good. I think the blue one with the red box logo looks very good. So I'm not really sure which one to tell you to go after. I usually think going after a red box logo does really well. I don't really want to get behind the white one though, so I'm gonna say maybe the brown or the blue. If you can buy multiples and you want to buy multiples, I would probably throw black in with whichever other one you decide to go with.
There you go.
So there you go, folks. I'm gonna kind of label this a really decent week. Not a great week, but definitely way better than the last few weeks have been. We've been on like a 4-week stinker here with Supreme. I know there's been a few decent items here and there, but for the most part, it's not been great.
You weren't really shit, but you weren't all that great either.
We are getting some decent pieces with this North Face collaboration, and for the first time I can kind of say that the price points on these TNF items are pretty good. Most of the prices are pretty low compared to what we've seen in the past with these North Face collections.
Bitch better have my honey!
I'm not 100% sure if I'm interested in going after anything from Supreme this week. I do have my eye on a few things from Palace though, and they're launching at the same time, so I might actually walk over to the Palace side on Friday at 8 a.m.
Give yourself to the dark side.
But definitely let me know what you guys are going to go for in the comments down below. What's your sleeper item of the week? Do you even have one? Is there anything worth going for? I'd love to hear your opinion on that. Thank you again so much for watching and supporting the channel. And if this video has not given you all of that Fauntleroy that you need in your life today, well, then you should check out these videos right here.
Let's get it. Hop off a 16 passenger. This a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one.